I'm going to guess what you went for, I know you're a beef lover, right? However, I know you you specifically like it like a steak, as opposed to like slices on a roast dinner. So that was my gut reaction, beef, but I'm going to go pork.
Okay. Eric, do you want to chime in? You want to have a guess on this?
It's a tricky one. I'm not going to go with turkey because I think there's a very... it's very easy to get over-turkeyed at Christmas. Yeah, because there's one day a year where it's going to be absolutely peak. So why peak too soon? So
that's true.
I'm probably going to go with beef.
Okay. So is that two beefs?
No, I went pork.
One pork, one beef. Eric was correct. I went for beef.
Damn it!
Now the reason I'm sorry to disappoint Adam, but it wasn't just beef. It was roast beef and also beef shin, braised beef shin on there. Which I saw that on the menu and I was like, okay, I've got to try this. So nice. And it was pretty good. There was what they called the dad's roast, which was one of everything. Which nice. I was so close to ordering. I was so goddamn close. I just wasn't hungry enough. I just couldn't
dad
do it.
roast. I love it.
The diabetes roast. Christ.
Exactly.
That's proper Toby Carvery job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go large for £1. I love it.
Absolutely. But it was good. It was very, very good. It was where did I go? The Bishop in Kingston, which I'm going to shout out. It was decent. It was on the riverside. They take you to the upstairs bit, so you got a good view of the river. It was a decent vibe, decent amount of people there, which was nice. Staff were good, and the food was solid. It didn't blow me away, I will say, but it was alright. Nice. I had to ask for horseradish. Come on, should be a given. Oh, it should be on the plate.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Definitely a given. Yeah, but that's cool though. I do like it down there. Yeah, the riverside of Kingston's fantastic. Lots of nice little places there. I'm yet to give the Bishop a go, but it's now top of the list. It's been bumped up there. Cool. I'm going to take my own horseradish though. A little pot, like Alan Partridge takes his own plate. So I went.
How about you, mate?
I went just around the corner. I went to the Mitre Hotel in Hampton Court, and this place is likewise. It's on the river, but it's just a little bit further. What would it be? A little bit further southwest, like if you go in sort of west. And beautiful place. They've got a couple of different restaurants in there. We went to the one called, I think it was 1664. It's called, and it's clearly because they're so close to Hampton Court. There's a lot of Henry VIII. Based stuff in there, and it's quite a swanky one. In fact, it was my present from the missus from last year because she was going to take me out for a nice meal, but she booked it for March, right? And that was like prime lockdown, so the lockdown kicked in. Our res got cancelled, so by the time we got round to booking it again, it was this year. So it was quite a swanky roast as roasts go, but it was a Christmas present. So it was fantastic, but. First thing I see on the menu are the beers, right? And they've got this one called Six Wives, and they say obviously Henry VIII themed. I'm like, I've got to have this. They say it's specifically brewed for them. I'm not sure which brewery, it didn't say, but specifically brewed for them, so you can't get it anywhere else. Called Six Wives, and I think, great, fantastic. Pint of that, please. It turns up in this pewter tankard. Right, proper Henry VIII style tankard, harking back to what we were talking about on the podcast a week or two ago, and I was like, amazing. I'm in my element here. It was like frothing on the top as well, like not German froth, but just that sort of that
meaty froth.
That meaty Henry VIII style froth. You're so right, Eric. Yeah, it was amazing. It just tasted amazing. I've got to say, it was very cold. It was very chilled. For an ale, I expected it to be a little bit warmer. I'm sure Henry VIII didn't have a fridge back in the day, or a freezer or anything. But I'm not sure whether that was on purpose or not. But it was quite chilled. But aside from that, it was absolutely fantastic. Any guesses which meat I went for? So I've already given you a tip that the lamb wasn't on the menu. So we had beef, pork, chicken. They were our three options.
I think I've seen a photo of what you ate, so I'm gonna bow out of this one and let Eric take the
Insider trading.
I saw a photo as well, but I really wasn't giving a shit. So, I was hungover doing Christmas shopping, So, I think I'm going to go for pork.
Fantastic. You saw the picture, you still didn't get it. It was chicken. Excellent.
That really showed he didn't care. That's great. I loved it.
I don't care.
Andy Tate, don't care.
But I have to say, I had serious Yorkshire pudding envy. The Yorkshires looked insane.
They were so good. In fact, everything on there was really good. And I was reluctant to order chicken because if you go to a sort of cheaper place, like the chicken can be so dry. It can be really crusty on the edges. But I thought, no, it's a nice place. I'll go chicken. And I was not disappointed. It was absolutely incredible. It's got that beautiful crispy skin, juicy chicken on the inside. All the trimmings. The Yorkshires, like you say, Greg, were massive. Obviously, homemade bread sauce on the side, which, in fact, I'm not. I've not had a lot of bread sauce in my life. Every now and again, but that was wonderful. The bread sauce was kudos to the bread sauce.
Mate, I don't think I've ever willingly or consciously ordered chicken roast.
No.
Or roasted chicken, I should probably say it that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever done that, and I don't think I ever will, actually.
Mate, do it at the Mitre. Please do it.
All right. All right. Just that one place.
Yeah.
I just always want something else. I've never wanted chicken. I don't know why. Maybe that's weird. Is that weird?
I mean, I guess chicken's the easiest to do at home, isn't it? Because you just shove its arse full of herbs and a lemon and
then get stuck in with the chicken.
Yeah, an hour and a half later, you're eating, aren't you? So
yeah.
But I guess when you're going out, you always want something a bit more.
Yeah,
that's true.
In fact, one time I remember visiting you, Eric, up in North Wales, and we went to a sort of semi-local place up near yours, and that lamb was incredible. As soon as I saw that menu and saw that lamb at the top, I was like, "There's nothing else. I don't need to read. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not going to look.
Yeah.
Take it back. Take the menu back. I'm having lamb."
Well, this is it. I mean, funnily enough, I had a carvery at the weekend, and I went to a pub which is actually in the chain of that pub that we went to.
Oh,
it's a sister pub just up the road, and we had a takeaway carvery for our Sunday lunch. And now, can I shock you guys? Now,
I like wine.
to throw in a bit of casual partridge, I had a mixed meat selection with my carvery.
The dad roast.
I don't think it was quite so far as dad roast. I think it was a standard allocation of meats.
We know exactly what you're talking about. You don't need to tell anything more. We know exactly what it is. It's dad's roast.
Okay. I went for the dad roast.
Mixed meat salad.
That's it.
Assorted meat.
Good. A sort of flesh selection, and it was lovely. But one thing I've really got into recently is mustard.
Oh, yeah. What are we talking? English or Dijon?
Yes.
Dijon?
Well, I've got to keep the English end up, old chap. So it was got to show for the fam.
Coleman's, eh? Nice.
Yep, it was. Well, I don't know if it was a Coleman's, but it was sort of like a very sort of classic, bright yellow traditional English mustard.
Blow your head off.
Yeah, I just love the sensation of it clearing you out. Not like that, but
oh Jesus!
Oh matron, put the kids to bed. This one's a bit saucy.
Have the Welsh got their own mayo? Mustard.
I don't know. Oh dear, no.
Traditional Welsh mustard, is that?
I'm sure there may be. I may have the Welsh Tourist Board kicking my ass as per our earlier conversation, then also giving me some mustard to try and give a promising review.
That's what we want. Shout out to the Welsh Government / Welsh Tourist Board. Please send us some free mustard. We'll try it live on air with a pork pie.
Shout out to the mustard.
Welsh rarebit or whatever the equivalent is.
Well, this is it. Too much mustard Welsh. Gets up your nose.
It does.
There we go.
Fantastic.
But yes, good mustards.
Okay, well, this begs the question, before we gavel this begs the question, what is the one accompaniment sauce that rules them all? Is mustard the winner? What we got?
Are we assuming that we have gravy already?
You've got to.
On a roast. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, gravy doesn't count.
But you want to pick a sauce that's going to do its best with the multitude of meats. A dad's roast, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if we're talking about real dads, harking back to last week's episode, my dad, right?
I haven't listened to the episode yet. This is going to be great.
Oh, no, spoiler alert. We talk a lot about dads. Yeah. So my dad, with every single sort of meat-based meal, anything that can resemble a roast, he will have mint sauce, he will have mustard, and he will have cranberry. All three out on the table. He'll think nothing of mixing mint and cranberry and mustard all together.
No matter what meat is in front of him.
Yeah. Regardless, it doesn't matter. All three are out.
Just throwing the rules. Oh wow!
Doesn't care. He does not care. Proper dad attitude, though, isn't it? Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've been out to work. I've made the money. I've paid for this meat. I shall slather it in mint sauce. I don't care whether it's turkey or whether it's lamb. It's getting covered in mint.
Is it just? Is this just a memory issue? Is it just he can't remember which one goes with what meat, so he has to do a trial and error every single time?
I'm starting to think so, maybe.
Oh man, I'm having sort of Vietnam flashbacks to Sunday roasts now you've said that. With every sort of mustard and Dijon as well.
Yeah.
You know, not just
Dijon
English.
on a roast.
Yeah, two sorts of
man
mustard.
alive.
Yeah.
Man alive.
So speaking for a dad, they'll just pick all three basically. But if you're asking me, I'm going to say Dijon.
Oh, you're saying Dijon?
I'm saying Dijon for all meats. Dijon I can eat. Ooh. Oh yeah, because it's not. Listen, I do like English. It's very strong. If you go if you've got turkey in front of you or chicken in front of you, English is very strong. Fair enough if you've got lamb or beef or pork or something. But, I mean, chicken, come on, English. Yeah. Blow your head off.
That's true.
I don't disagree necessarily, but you don't have to have mustard.
Yeah, you do. Cranberry's too sweet. You can't have cranberry on everything. Mint is too distinctive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I think I'd go, talking about bread sauce, I think I'd go bread sauce.
Oh, that's the coward's way out, man. That's the one without any flavour.
How dare you? No,
it just tastes like bread. Classic Southern.
Yeah.
A nice spread of vanilla on a vanilla bun, topped off with some extra vanilla extract.
Yeah, he was even taken aback when we asked for gravy as standard.
Oh, I bet.
He wanted dry as a bone with some bread sauce on it.
Mate, that's like 3 minutes of missionary of the condiment world. Christ.
Yeah, it is proper missionary.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
What about apple sauce, though, gang?
Oh,
what about apple
God,
sauce?
I forgot about apple. Yeah, with pork.
Straight in there.
But that would be too sweet for a lot of other things, similar to the cranberry camp, rather, I would imagine.
See, maybe the dads cracked it. Maybe they saw this problem before the Blokes podcast even encountered it.
Maybe we should get a real dad on the podcast one time. They'd show us what a real bloke is.
Yeah. Yeah, God.
Well, there you go.
Dijon, though.
Oh, yeah,
mate. So I'm going Dijon. Greg, you're going bread.
It'll have to be an apple sauce for me. Yeah,
you're going apple. Well, that's not. It's a nice cross section of society. That's good. Yeah, that shows free will is alive and kicking on the Blokes podcast.
Yeah. Freedom of choice.
Democracy wins again. Complete indecision.
There we go. Oh, good stuff.
What's that I hear coming over the hill in the distance?
Oh, no. I hear her. She's working her way up, fag in hand.
Oh, dear.
Last orders.
Oh, dear, there it is.
So, gentlemen, today, because we're sort of semi-Christmas themed, aren't we, today? We've had the Blokes podcast Christmas party. Mm-hmm. I thought I'd go for Christmas trivia today.
Oh, very good.
Let's do it.
So I've not seen these questions. I had a quick scan and they all looked sort of appropriate, but aside from that, I don't know the answers, right?